Hello, everybody. Mr. Mark here for another edition of our world-renowned, just kidding, United States renowned, Mr. Mark's Mailbag. And we say this every week, and we will continue to say thank you very much for watching Mr. Mark's Mailbag. Thank you very much for sending in your letters to the address that you can see right there. So I'm challenging Director Denny. Right there on your screen is the address to send in your letters. And like I said, over the summer, we have so many, we're going to be able to start pulling from some of those because obviously we don't expect as many questions coming in because of summertime, but then we know it really cranks back up in August. So we'll try to get to some of the older questions that have come in. Let's get right to it, huh? Oh, by the way, I will tell you that I had an incredible time at Yellowstone National Park out there in Wyoming. Did all kinds of things, went paragliding, also went to Yellowstone and saw a couple of grizzly bears that were really far out there, not close, but that was pretty exciting. And I went down the Snake River, whitewater rafting, very cool. Went on a fantastic run that I didn't realize that the hill was 2.5 miles long. As I was running down, I just thought the hill would never end, and I remembered I got to go back up it later on. So that was pretty challenging. A lot of fun though. It kept me moving. Park. Make sure you get out there and maybe visit some of your national parks this summer. Here we go. Here is our questions. First up, let's see. This is from Carlos. Right there, you see it? Carlos from in the 3rd grade from the great state of Idaho, which, how weird is that? I went through Idaho at one point on my vacation. Dear Mr. Mark, we had a computer visit with you. So what Carlos is talking about, for those of you who don't know, I do virtual visits with classrooms around the country and really around the world. And it's me a chance to meet all the students out there and talk to them and let them ask some questions. Let's see what Carlos has to say. He said, we had a computer visit with you. I would like to know if Mr. Lazy has tried fruits and vegetables. My idea was to put a vegetable in a wrapper for him to trick him. Carlos, 3rd grade, Idaho. That's great. One of the questions I always ask the audience on our virtual visits, the classroom, the kids, is we all know Mr. Lazy's eating junk food all the time. And do they have any creative ideas on how we can get him to at least try some fruits and vegetables, which is what we always need to do, which is what I tell the kids to do as well. Try different fruits and vegetables, find your favorite ones, and make sure you eat them every single day. Well, Carlos, no, Mr. Lazy still has not tried any fruits and vegetables. Your idea is a great one, but one of these days, we're going to get him to try some, and guess what? He's going to like it, and then he's going to feel healthy like we do. Thank you, Carlos, for the follow-up, and hopefully I could have a virtual visit with your classroom again in the great state of Idaho. That's what it says. All right, next up, here we go. This is from Danielle in the 4th grade from California. Nice. This says, Mr. Mark. Ooh, no, dear Mr. Mark. It's just very, like, I have a point to make. Let's see. I think your next adventure should be at my school. How about that? We have a awesome playground. We go on adventures there. We also play Mega Mode Tag. Can your next adventure be here with us? Danielle, 4th grade, California. Thank you very much, Danielle, for the invite. I would love to do an adventure. I'd love to show up to your school and talk to all of you guys. When it comes to our next adventure, we don't know where it is. That's why I always ask, where do you think we should go on our next adventure? So you shared your idea with me, and we will put it on the big board, like I always say. We have a bunch of adventure ideas, and then we will narrow it down, and then boom, we know where we are going to go on our next adventure. Our last one that we just did was up into space. And the reason we went up into space on Operation Outer Space is because of you guys. We asked, that was the feedback, and we made an adventure in outer space. So thank you, Danielle. And I'm glad you have a great playground, and it's awesome that you go on adventures out there, and also that you play Mega Mode Tag, which seems to be like something that's sweeping the elementary school nation, is Mega Mode Tag. which we like, obviously, because that means you're running around. Dear Mr. Mark, here's the next one. This is Jesse, 4th grade, from the wonderful state of Kentucky. I'm a big fan. Well, thank you, Jesse. I am a big fan of yours, too. We only have 2 weeks left school. We only have 2 weeks of school left. I'm very excited for summer. I can't wait to play every day. Do you like summer? You know, Jesse, that's a great question. One, I'm glad you only have a couple weeks of school, but by the time this got here, so you probably only have 1 week of school left, or maybe you're out of school by now. And that you're going to get outside and play every day, which is what I always tell you guys. Go outside, play, have a good time, have a good balance. You can still play your video games. I get it. It's here to stay. Fortnite and all those different games that you like to play. But just create a balance. Play some. Make sure you get outside, run around with your friends, get some exercise, some sunshine. Do I like summer? I will answer this 2 ways. Yes, well, I like summer regardless, but when I was your age, boy, there was nothing better than counting down the days to the end of the school year, knowing that on that Monday, I didn't have to get up and go to school, that I could get up and go outside and play with all my friends and play whatever sport we were going to do or whatever. Didn't matter. It was just great every single day. And then I also remember towards the end of summer where it's kind of just the opposite. You're counting down the days, Mike, and then you're like, my goodness, this is my last Friday before I have to go back to school. And then you start school and it's wonderful, but still, it's like a catch-22 when it comes to that. But yes, I liked summer when I was your age, and I love summer now because it just promotes, hey, let's get outside and be active and do something. Let's go visit a national park like we just did. So Jesse, in the 4th grade from the great city of Kentucky, thank you very much for your question. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of Mr. Mark's Mailbag. Pretty soon we're going to kind of be cranking up our summer Mr. Mark's Mailbag, answering a lot of the questions that we have not had a chance to get to, but you can still send your questions in. There's the address one more time on your screen. Mail it there, and we will do our best to get it on the air. For Director Denny, I'm Mr. Mark, and as always, keep it moving.